Freax. Oh, why'd you go and say that? Freax. The website was a mistake, yeah. Freax.
And Twitter Freaks. A couple of things going on here. First up, Skunk Monk, thank you for the Prime. Vati4554, thank you for the subscription. And Big Based Chud, glad to have you here. All right. Here we go. We're going to begin with probably the most important thing that happened this week. I'm talking about the ceramic cat lady. Okay. So if you've been on TikTok.com, you've probably seen the 45-part story about this woman in particular. All right. So it says, who saw these insane series of TikToks where a 2-month subletter got kicked out a 3-year leaseholder and couldn't qualify for the lease herself? It says, Mom Donnie gave us a speech after the Knicks won. And looking at those 99.6 odds that are against you and smiling. She's like making all this fuss about how she's going to come back from it stronger. This is just really shocking. A lot of stuff going on here. It was found out that this person didn't qualify for the lease because for a living, she makes like keychains with ceramic cats on them, right? And as a result, didn't have a necessarily high enough income to continue on it. Here is her roommate. Now, just because this person has kind of the liberal affect and is doing a non-job as a job, people are pretty much already against her. Lines have already been drawn until they saw this is the roommate's point of view.
A 30-year-old woman has been having a public meltdown on TikTok for a month because my best friend decided not to re-sign her lease so that she could move in with me. And this woman has somehow convinced a bunch of people to give her thousands of dollars by lying. So here's the scene. My best friend has been the leaseholder on an apartment for like 3 years, and her roommate moved out at the end of April and found a sublet, EK. So EK's moving in, it's May. The lease ends in June. Marlon lets her know, I'm not gonna be signing with you at all, okay? Like, you gotta either go or I'll find a new place and like you can try to take over this lease. A few weeks ago, Marlon finds a place in Manhattan with me and officially tells EK like, hey, I'm gonna be leaving. EK starts to crash out because they don't have a job, they sell keychains, and they don't have like the pay stubs needed to qualify for an apartment. I'm inserting the GoFundMe. So she started a GoFundMe claiming the landlord is evil and that my friend put her in a horrible, traumatizing situation, although all my friend did was say I'm moving out. Starting GoFundMe saying my landlord is an evil slumlord. The landlord is like, hey, can you maybe qualify for the apartment? Like, hey, could you please send me a pay stub perchance? Like, the evil slumlords trying to remove me from my city. Your city? Baby, me and you both were from Georgia. We're from Georgia. You both also moved here less than a year ago. I moved here, I signed a lease, started to work so I could pay the bills. Don't start a GoFundMe lying on my friend, saying that she has put you in some horrible, traumatizing situation, lying on this landlord that is actually being extremely nice to you by, you know, continuing to let you live there when you don't have the pay stubs and are probably not going to qualify for the apartment. He's actually giving you a chance to find someone to qualify for the apartment. You're not housing insecure. Someone is housing insecure when they work hard to make ends meet and the ends won't meet. You haven't tried to make ends meet. Let's go fill out a job application and let's go back to Georgia. Okay, baby girl?
New York, if not, you're back up against the wall.
You don't represent Mom Donnie's words or New York at all. In New York City, we work. We're dreamers. So much of me and Marlon's friendships is literally us both grinding and hustling. When we got approved for our new apartment in Manhattan, it's more money. So you know what we both did? We took on extra work. Work is not above us. Some people can't work. Some people have medical problems. When my mom had cancer 2 years ago, she literally worked 2 jobs the entire time, through chemotherapy, through surgery, and still did not have enough money to pay for the medical bills. So we started a GoFundMe because actually our backs were up against the wall. I can see why you've had 6 subleases in 1 year, and honestly, this level of entitlement is just not gonna do you well in life, especially not in New York City.
Well, wait a minute. Now I'm kind of on the ceramic cat keychain lady's side. So let's go through this once more. This is like the we're gonna convince you a post, okay? And here's what it is. It says, my best friend, who is the person who moved in with them, found a sublet with this person and then said, I'm not going to sign the lease with you. I'm just going to ride out the sublet. Like, that kind of is asshole behavior if you're not going to talk about it first, right? Like, shouldn't you have that discussion when you're signing the sublease? Right? Like, I don't know. Like, and he's like, apparently she was being an asshole just by finding another place to live. And it's like, yeah, that actually is asshole behavior, right? Because you don't qualify for the lease if you're the sole provider for the apartment is way different than you don't qualify for the lease at all, right? If you're splitting it with a second person or you're subletting, that's I just don't understand. It sounds like a miscommunication. And then this person's like claiming the landlord is evil, traumatizing situation, saying my landlord is an evil slumlord. And the landlord's saying, hey, can you maybe qualify for the apartment? Why are you pretending the landlord is like an intensely kind, like mean? Do you ever know a landlord be like, hey, could you just maybe qualify for the apartment? You understand that this is the same as the landlord saying, I'm kicking you out, right? It's just weird. She's like ascribing a tonal quality to make the landlord seem like just a little baby, just a little baby. Hey, could you please qualify for the apartment?
Evil.
It's just very strange. And then she's like, your city, baby. You moved here from Georgia a year ago, which is funny, but also we both moved here from Georgia. Wait, so you are also a transplant? And then a minute later, she's like, listen, here in New York, we work. We are dreamers. We hustle. We're grinding. It's like, what the fuck do you know about living in New York? You've been here as long as this person. I don't know, man. This sounds like two people with diametrically opposed but equally annoying perspectives trying to win me over to their side. And I don't know. I'm kind of going to have to go with the ceramic cat lady. At least ideologically, I can get behind landlords are evil. Who the fuck is we? You know, we, the Georgians.
When we got approved for our new apartment in Manhattan, it's more money. So you know what we both did? We took on extra work.
Also, like, crazy to be like, well, if you got approved, then you were already meeting a requisite monetary burden, right? Because you had to run pay stubs. I don't know. Really strange, man. Really strange. Don't come from Georgia and be like, I'm a workloid. Like, I'm here to freaking grind. Live your life. Jesus Christ. I think everyone involved. Also, the craziest part for me is that's not housing insecure. To be housing insecure, you have to be working. It's like, okay, I think you may have a fucked up understanding of what's going on here. And then this story where she's like, you know, my mother had terminal cancer, and you know what she did? She worked 2 jobs. Boy, she really shouldn't have had to do that. Oh my God. Really weird. Holy shit. One person who has trained her entire life to never feel empathy for another person because we have to be striving out here. And one person who has never worked a second in their entire life. It's like The Odd Couple, but instead of being neat and sloppy, they were 2 different kinds of psychopathic. Really awful, man. Honestly, you know, I stand behind you, woman with the fucking ceramic cat keychains. I will buy your ceramic cat keychain. Send me a link. Let's partner. I want you to make the next generation of Will of the Council ceramic cat keychains. Oh my God. Holy shit. They were living a goddamn Big Bang Theory type show life. And she would always get pissed off when I would go, Penny, you know. That's my one Big Bang Theory reference. All right, moving on. Okay, this whipped ass. We got some more fucking Freedom 250 shit. Freedom 250 is going really well. I guess we should probably do all the Freedom 250s at once. I'm gonna let me get to them. First and foremost is this: just left the Great American State Fair where I watched Michael Knowles No Bounds, one of the friends of the show, debate a 10-year-old girl about the Salem witch trials in front of dozens of people. So there's a lot going on with respect to the Great American State Fair, which is currently happening in DC, a fucking 30-minute drive from my house. No one is going. And the reason no one is going is it is 1,000 years old. I don't know. Or 1,000 degrees outside. It is 1,000 degrees outside. It is raining and pouring. The old man is snoring. And so are the dozen people watching this.
Witch trials went a little far, is I would say they weren't organized enough. So you had these like random judges, you know, kind of burning these ladies. I don't know if they were guilty or not, but I think if it were more formalized, built up a little bit more, maybe with like a grand inquisitor or something, that would have been a better way to do it. I am so impressed.
I love this type of LARPing, dude. I love the like Christian converts who are like, no, like witches are real. Like there are green-skinned, like wart-faced, like spellcasters in this fucking planet. Like it's here's the second one.
Why?
Because, well, I think it was Babe Ruth or Jackie Robinson that said,
It's crazy, by the way, to be like, were they losing the high schoolers? They had to go younger. They were like, fuck, we keep getting domed by these fucking PR trained middle schoolers. Go younger. Good, man. Good stuff. Hashtag change my mind, man. But things weren't going fantastic at America 250. This is from a little later. Is one of the rehearsals for Freedom 250 is July 4th celebration. Let's just look at this one together. Oh yeah. Jesus Christ. Okay, so a lot going on here. First and foremost, I guess I should probably say, as someone who has, you know, done a lot of stagecraft and set design and stuff, for something like this to happen is a monumental failure. Like everything has to have gone wrong. Secondly, Jesus Christ, I am so glad that no one died. Like that was, look how close they are. Like that really easily could have just killed 2 or 3 people. Holy moly. There are so many safeties in place for that. Yeah, there's like there is a system designed to prevent that from happening. The system designed to prevent that from happening in a result of the first system failure and a second system failure as well. And I know none of that shit was there. I know that shit is just hanging there. Oh man, really not good. But that's not the end of it. On the actual July 4th, things were exceptionally bad. In DC and Maryland, we've been in like the craziest heat wave in the history of time. It's like 101 with 100% humidity that makes it feel like 120. People are like passing out going to this event. And then day of, torrential, unbelievable downpour. So here's what happened. So this is right before the Trump speech. The Secret Service starts being, okay, listen, you all got to get out of here. It's going to start pouring down rain and lightninging. We can't do the speech, right? So here's what we got. No. What the fuck is going on? Here's some reporting from the New York Times. Hundreds of people have followed evacuation orders and headed to designated federal buildings, but 2 are full. At a third, the Department of Commerce, none of the doors are open. People are standing clumped around the entrances. When asked by some of them how to get in, the Secret Service officers shrugged. Okay? It's a chaotic scene at the National Mall. Several hundred people have refused to leave despite an order to evacuate because of severe inclement weather that is approaching. Some are arguing with Secret Service agents. At one point, a crowd of people began running back towards the stage. An officer is sternly repeating the order over and over in a bullhorn, and the crowd is booing. Many are chanting USA, USA. A federal law enforcement officer is trying to assure people that the event has not been canceled. Many are not convinced. One man walks by and blames the situation, saying, "It's the liberals and the weather service. I think this is baloney." Oh, good. Awesome. Those freaking libs, they're making it rain. I gotta be honest, you know, if there is a Democrat Jewish, a geoengineering front, congratulations, it worked, right? ultimately, this is what was going on night of, and I gotta say, this is just an unbelievable shot. I'm so happy it exists. There are some other angles of this specific moment that really drive the point home, but this is an evil nation. Come on, man. This is like, oh, the big obelisk is being struck by lightning on the 250th anniversary. Okay, yeah. Like, I'm sorry. How much more biblical can you get than this? Yeah, there was a torrential downpour, and an obelisk erected in the image of a man was struck by lightning to remind us of the power of the heavens. Many gathered around this golden calf, as it were, refusing to listen to the prophetic booming from the sky, and were washed away in a flood. I just, holy shit. This is the type of shit they show around Skeletor's base. Oh, man. Okay, well, oof. Let's move on from 250. This one was fun. Cannot believe the uselessness of these hooks in the toilets at St. Thomas's Hospital. So we've got two hooks here, right? We've got the hook and the backup hook. They're about as good as the set failure and the set failure. Here we go. Okay, who can relate? No. Well, let's check out the second one. Okay. And that don't work neither. It's just funny because you have to imagine the first hooks went in, and then someone was like, hey, these don't work. And they were like, don't worry, we'll solve it. They put in the second hooks, which also do not work. They're supposed to stop people from hanging themselves, I think. Well, what they've stopped is me from hanging my bag. Oh, man. Okay, next up. Okay, this one whips ass. I used AI to make a sequel to Citizen Vigilante with fruit. So if you were here last week, you saw a little bit of our discussion on Citizen Vigilante, the new Bowl film, Lotax spinning in his grave, which depicts an epic army hammer taking a break from eating hands to ice every single migrant he comes across. But using the power of AI and 37,000 gallons of water, we have made the sequel. Let's watch it now.
Want to add a tip?
One bad apple spoils the bunch.
Looking for a date, honey?
That guy making you sell fruit on the corner?
Oh, shit!
Freshly squeezed.
So a lot going on here. First and foremost, a lot better than the other one. I gotta say, there's a lot of heart in this one. A little off. A dragon fruit's flesh would be white, not pink. The pink is just on the outside. I do like that they ice someone who is playing the fucking loud ass music on the subway. The part of this that I like the most has got to be the second kill is a bartender that asks for a tip.
Add a tip?
He's like, it's supposed to be this like anti-migrant fantasy, and he's like, while I'm here, isn't it fucking annoying when they ask for a tip at the coffee shop? And I'm like, you know, it is kind of annoying when they ask for a tip at the coffee shop. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god. Oh man. I don't know what it is about people generating fruit with the AI, but it seems like all the AI is being used for at this point is generating cuck fantasies with fruit. So at least this is a deviation from that, right? You know, the banana at no point gives birth to like a half strawberry child. You know, that's something. All right, next up. Okay, we gotta do this one. Okay, this is Kentucky, USA. An evangelical church organized a mock firing squad execution of immigrants in front of children who attended a summer camp. Now, first and foremost, I do have to let you all know, as a Midwest refugee, these are everywhere. You know, there are freak-ass summer camps for evangelical kids who are homeschooled and, you know, don't have a social security number everywhere. And they're all teaching them how to be like super effective Nazis. You see that fucking family that got rescued in Ohio, by the way? Jillian is glued to their fucking screen telling me details about that. Holy shit. Like ritualistic incest place. Unbelievable. Anyway, this first. Camp is called Sweet Jesus, by the way.
Take me now, blow him up. 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 Take me now, blow him up.
You have to imagine this is like a cult or something. Jesus Christ. Kids are jumping around. They're having a great time. Really, really freaky shit. So everyone in here is like, how disgusting, how despicable. Someone was like, the South is a whole different universe. So someone posted this once again, which was, ignoring and writing off southern states as unsalvageable due to aggressive policies does nothing to help those fighting against such policies and only aids further regression. Your neighborhood isn't better just because it has brick oven pizzas and craft breweries. Oh my God. We're sick of this image. It's time to start writing them off. Oh, this freaking possum and moral are really owning you. And of course someone responded with my favorite image, which is this. Every Southerner is an irredeemable savage, barely capable of sapience. Average Southern meal. Average Southerner. Oh, man. I don't know. What do you do about this type of shit, though, man? There are a lot of communities that just, like, have like a couple dozen people that are insane and sending their kids to the insane summer camp where you learn how to just like ice migrants. They turn on the fucking laptop, and instead of Bluey, you watch the AI sequel to Citizen Vigilante. Holy man. Okay, next up. This one was the new load-bearing post just dropped. I feel like even in Woke 1.0, we never really reconciled the villains in arguably the two most critically acclaimed horror films of all time, referring to Silence of the Lambs and Psycho, are men who dress in women's clothing that each film goes to great lengths to say are absolutely not transvestites. The response, this has been talked about extensively. You're just 21. Incredible post. I feel like this all the time. Maybe it's just like, first off, 21. But maybe what it is just as I get older, I have to see younger and younger people online, you know? And it's so funny to be like, why have we never had a discussion about Buffalo Bill as a horror character? And it's like, this is probably the single most talked about, from a perspective of gender, the most talked about character in anything ever. But it's like, well, if they're 21, it's not like people have talked about Silence of the Lambs that much recently, you know? I mean, I don't know. It's really funny. Also, the twist in Ace Ventura. Ace Ventura is one of those movies that has been lost to the ages. Like, people just don't talk about or watch it anymore. Okay, next up. Okay, this whips ass. A new academic study analyzed more than 500,000 anonymous English chat GPT conversations and found almost a third were used for creative writing. But one of the strangest findings was a user who generated thousands of fan fiction stories about Doki Doki Literature Club characters giving birth. Researchers said the person requesting different versions of the same idea, making them a clear outlier in the dataset. Well, God forbid someone have fun with the software. Sakura, of all the times... First off, baby's name is Sakura. You could have decided to come out. You decided to be born here. Couldn't you have waited 2 more months? I'm scared, Yuri. What if something goes wrong? Ah! Listen, all I have to say is that a third of ChatGPT generations are for creative writing stat is misleading. Pregnant Natsuki Georg generated 500,000 English conversations of pregnancy pornography. Anyway, all I have to say is sorry that they doxed you, Trinity. I know this is your account. Next up. Okay, Ben Shapiro is back in the news. So Ben Shapiro has understood, by the way, that he is no longer the cool kid. So as Groyperism ascends, he has tried to find his heir apparent in order to take down the Fuenteses of the world. And he did. Check it out. This is a guy named Matt Nuclear, and he is one of the Ben Shapiro potential fill-ins, all right? Nuclear himself appeared uncertain about being sent out so quickly as cannon fodder in the Groyper Wars. He told his AI he stays inside nearly all the time and eschews romantic relationships to focus on his streaming career. Mulling whether to go to college or work for the Daily Wire, he asked Grok to hype me up a bit. Bro, you're not crazy at all, the AI responded. This is straight up impressive as hell. Money also seemed to be a strain for Nuclear. Telling the AI he had $261 in his bank account, he asked the AI to calculate his finances after a trip to Los Angeles, taking into account a flight that's being paid for by an Orthodox Jew I know. Flight fully covered by your Orthodox Jewish friend, the AI replied. Unfortunately for the media mogul, it didn't work out that way. On his first stream for the Daily Wire, Nuclear accidentally leaked a huge swath of his chat history with Grok, the Elon Musk-owned AI, exposing both internal Daily Wire financial information and Nuclear's doubts about his career as a young conservative. All of this, the insecurity, the low bank account, the mysterious benefactor, has turned into a rich vein for Nuclear's haters. His show has been swamped with people making fun of his chats with Grok and reading transcripts aloud to him as he sits stone-faced. His atomic bomb-focused production has come under fire as he broadcasts in front of a backdrop of a post-apocalyptic shack. Even his haircut has come under attack. Almost immediately after he was hired, the Groypers attacked Nuclear for his hair, suggesting it looks like an acorn. So this is the craziest thing ever. Imagine being like, I'm the new face of like non-Groyper conservatism, and then getting your personal diary leaked by you and getting it thrown back in your face every 30 seconds. But I need you all to make a decision about the accuracy of this acorn comment. Ready? I mean, I get it. I understand it. Oh fuck. Yeah, wow. That's a rough one. I didn't think it'd be that accurate. This is what the squirrel from Ice Age streams about. Yo, he's scrat maxing. Oh man, that's whew, not good. Not good, dude. Oh man. Okay. Next up. Okay, new Trump post just dropped. This one's fucking amazing. This is from Dr. Donald J. Trump, MD.
Have you or someone you know been diagnosed with TDS? The symptoms can be relentless. Fortunately, I'm Dr. Trump, and I have a treatment plan. Let's hear what some of my patients have to say.
I have been suffering for over a decade, and after listening to Dr. Trump, I can...
First off, I gotta say epic. Second off, God, I hope he's not delivering babies. Holy shit. They put all his enemies here, and he goes, ha, got him. I think it's really cool that our president is doing this. I think it's awesome. I really hope that his brain finishes melting soon. My favorite part about this is that using the AI means he may have scrolled by AI Citizen Vigilante sequel. I want to know his thoughts on that. Holy shit. All right, next up. Now, if you need a little more information that Trump's brain is melting, here's this. This comes from his speech at the dedication of Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library, and we're going to spend a little bit of time on this. But I love this quote from him.
Now, as I see my two beautiful sons sitting there, I think I'm going to give one to myself, one to them, and we'll have a threesome, okay? Now, as I see my two beautiful sons sitting there, I think I'm going to give one to myself, one to them, and we'll have a threesome, okay?
Oh? Damn. Okay. All right, man. I don't know. We're gonna have a threesome, okay? The Targaryens be like, yeah. What he's dedicating here is the Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library, and I just want to show you this video of him at one of the attractions at this library. It is an AI Teddy Roosevelt that you can have a conversation with. It's just fucking awesome.
Every day a president faces storms most people never see. Keep your nerve and remember the nation comes first. You get through. I know you know that feeling yourself.
Well, I appreciate those words. Those words are fantastic. And
He's having like a real conversation with him.
I just want to say it's an honor to be with you today.
I just want to say it's an honor to be here with you. Well, you're not. That's a computer.
Fantastic things you've done.
Every day.
It's good. It's fantastic.
So I think real adventure if it charged at you on horseback.
Looks good, yeah. Man, he's used to seeing ghosts at his age. Yeah, I mean, honestly, is this much different than what he sees when he shuts his eyes? All right, next up. We will come back to the NB podcast. We're going to do this first. Update on the No Valley house. You didn't get it. We offered $400K over asking. Other buyer paid in pre-IPO OpenAI equity. That's not even money. The sellers want exposure to AGI. This one is, of course, a joke, but it's a good joke, so I like that. Oh, man. Okay, next up. Okay, I like this. Check out these cool birds. It says, they're so cute. Why are their minions being killed by a chainsaw in the background? Let's listen to this together. These are cute birds. I love the one like halfway through really sounds like a minion. What do you think they're eating? Yeah. Where do you think they got the bananas? Exactly. That's just Kevin. Yeah, you don't gotta worry about Kevin. He's no more. Holy shit. Okay, next up. Guys, I have terrible news. This comes from the one, the only Tony Zarrett.
I checked out the brand new Pro Ship Cafe in New York City, and this spot is officially a must visit. If you love coffee and hate anti-shippers, you'll find everything here from toxic sibling-coated lattes to their signature problematic age gap bowl. What makes this place even more unique is that it's the first cafe in the world to display explicit fan art of Kakasaku from Naruto, and fortunately, you won't hear anyone complain about it because the cafe is strictly no antis allowed. And for younger visitors, good news. Everyone working there is a certified fandom mom who would be happy to discuss Percy Jackson and the Olympians' dark shipping without judgment. Just don't tell your parents. There's lots of fun touches like the Dead Dove Do Eat cupcake and an in-house RPF or real person fanfiction shipper who writes spicy one-shots about the customers hooking up with each other and hands them out to all the guests. Not into it? Do not ask them to stop or you'll get kicked out of the cafe for violating fandom etiquette. For evening guests, they're also offering a line of signature cocktails like the Hurt Comfort Martini that makes you puke, but also contains healthy probiotics to settle your stomach, as well as the 1-pound Omegaverse burger, which they claim will make any man who eats it feel empreg.
Make sure to visit this place before it gets shut down by the Puritans and I'm about to give M birth to... Oh, cool. Kakasaku.
It's his fucking magnum opus, man. It's incredible. Great new direction for Tony. Fantastic. He's done a couple of these now. They're so good. There's what I've really liked is seeing all week a bunch of people quote tweeting and be like, Tony is epically anti-pro shipper, or like Tony is taking a side in the pro ship wars. It's like, I think he just likes Bajuki Land, man. I think he's doing it well. I will say, however, You can find out if he's being ironic or not in these videos by subscribing to his Patreon, where he reveals it. All right, next up. Okay, this one whips ass. These are my quants. Here we go. There's 58 million black people in the U.S. If we all donated $1 per month, we can create our own economy. I think that's true. What is the first thing you will do with that money? Buy land, create programs. So that's two things. I am down. We need to talk offline. Money management is so important. Let's work together. I got a name for it already. $12 a year to change our outcome? How should the funds be used first? Land purchase and build infrastructure. So I agree. I totally agree. I 100% agree. I guess I would just say, what do you mean? What are you talking about? What do you, what the fuck? What do you mean? Okay, so I guess there's a bunch of money. I will say, I'm sorry, Jalu, are you not going to say what the name is? Do I have to subscribe for part 2? Tell us the name. Oh my God. I'm going to buy land. I'm going to create programs. What do you got to say? Oy, oy, oy. All right, next up. Okay, are you guys familiar with Victor Marx? This whips so much ass, dude. So, I'll give you the background. Victor Marx is the unlikely, unconventional frontrunner in the GOP race for Colorado governor. He says he's a high-risk missionary with 100 rescue missions to save women and children. Their campaign website removed a false claim that he's rescued more than 45,000 women and children. Here he is talking about if he's killed a man. All right, ready?
Your claim that your abusive stepfather forced you to kill a man when you were 7 years old, is that the only person you've ever killed?
Well, I would say as a child, yes. I mean, without question.
So that's not really an answer.
But I've been in other situations where, possibly people or persons died as a result of me defending myself in other countries.
Do you think that you've killed people as an adult?
Does it matter?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Why?
Does it matter? Yeah, I'd say so.
Like, killing somebody's a pretty weighty thing.
If someone's trying to kill you or you're in combat?
It's still a weighty thing to take somebody else's life. I mean, it could be self-defense, it could be justified, but it's still a weighty thing. So I'm just asking you, how many people have you killed?
Well, if I did, I wouldn't be telling a reporter sitting here in my training center.
How about voters? Would you tell voters?
There's no need. I don't think that's important. It's actually it's an odd question to me.
Have you killed someone? That's an odd question to you?
You actually talk about the idea of killing people with some frequency, and why it's a necessary thing to do, killing people. You said on NRA TV in 2017, now a lot of them just got to be killed. I've had them shoot at me and I had to shoot back. There's a time and place to eliminate the enemy, and you have to. You said on Jeff Lerner's podcast in 2025, some people have to get killed. Some people have to die. But it's an odd question to ask you how many people you've killed.
Yes.
You claim that you once called in a U.S. military airstrike that killed 70 ISIS fighters. I didn't realize that civilians could essentially facilitate military airstrikes. Could you walk me through how that worked?
No.
Okay, first off, beast mode. Total beast mode response. Second off, so he's lying, right? He's lying. He's doing that like uncle thing where you're like, yeah, I mean, I don't think I can legally tell you, but let's just say I've been in my fair share of life or death situations, and you'll notice I'm still living. You know, it's like the classic thing where you just lie a lot. But I also love going for the lie. I called in an airstrike, and they were like, oh, while you were in the Army? He's like, no, as a civilian. It's like, what, you just phoned fucking the president, and you were like, hey, can you airstrike this? And they were like, yes. Oh, man, it's awesome, dude. He's doing the steamed hams Aurora Borealis bit. Yeah, exactly. Can you do that? I don't think so. No. MBT, can you call an airstrike right now? I could. And maybe I have in the past. But I wouldn't be telling chat about it. All right, next up. This one is so good. I've seen nightmares beyond comprehension on conservative TikTok. I love this video.
You want to know the dumbest shit I ever heard? That a baby deserves to be an American citizen if that baby's parents broke the law and illegally came into our country and had that baby here. Anyone with a brain understands that that is completely idiotic. You want to know?
Oof. Quirk Hitler? Yeah, kinda. This is like if Jillian was wearing the Lisa Simpson fit. She's even got the pearls on. That's crazy. Oh, man, not good. Not good. Oof, really not good. And I don't know if you noticed, she's up like 1.1. Like, increased the speed just a little bit. It's like a 1.5.
You want to know the dumbest shit I ever heard?
Also, I hate to be like this. Dude, what is this carpet? Why are you on the pee-pee poo-poo carpet? Like, the wood paneling, I'm like, okay, it's very 90s. The pee-pee poo-poo carpet, you gotta redo this room. What do you mean you have the pee-pee poo-poo carpet? Half-Life 2 texture carpet? Woo! Bare toes out on the pee-pee poo-poo carpet. Holy shit. All right, next up. Wait, is that carpet? I thought it was like hay. Okay, I guess. Next up. Okay, we got to do the anti-trans people podcast. All right. So, in case you guys missed it, this week, one of the hot topics was Queer Collective, a podcast which I think is 3 non-binary people. And far be it from me, a white, straight, cis gamer, to wade into this discussion. But this one has been pretty shocking to me. I'm listening and learning. What we found out about the trans brain is, I haven't watched this, but as a trans person, I believe everything they say. Thank you, Sophie. So this one was good.
What they found is polymorphism of the androgen receptor and estrogen receptors have been associated with transness when looking at groups who have expressed feelings of gender dysphoria from childhood onward.
What's androgen?
What they
It's good. You can tell that it's good. There's like 1,000 quotes from this podcast that are a little rough, you know, and it becomes pretty immediately apparent that it's like, you guys are like a certain type of non-binary. When they encounter like a transgender person, I'm gonna see if I can find it. There's the person who says that they're transsexual and they just like immediately become revolted. But it's so strange that this kind of podcast still has purchase, I will say. I just sort of expected that it was not something that you could pull off in 2026. Check out this one. Fine. Gleaming Glarmore. I'm only going to click it because you've sent it to me. This one's good. I don't even think I can read the tag on this one. Cissexual NBs realizing being the equivalent of a bricky trans woman will get you reflexively they'd like they just discovered Newtonian physics.
This whole narrative online that it's like there's no one way to look non-binary, and I agree with that.
No,
however, it seems like there is a way to look non-binary because Carbon is getting they them'd and neither of us are.
Yes.
So what the fuck is up?
Give me whatever's in your wardrobe that is making the magic happen. The bandana on the neck.
Is the misconception that it's like it is androgyny?
I think it's
I believe it is. For example, if you see somebody that has a masculine figure, they have a lot of body hair, maybe they...
Careful.
They have a little beard, but they have long hair,
And
and,
then
they're
these
wearing a
them.
dress. I think majority of people would be like,
They, them.
they, them.
They walk into the room and then suddenly we're all doing a pronoun check. This whole narrative.
Cool to hear. Man, NBMABM got weird after Travis got canceled. This is what Talk 2 is doing these days. Dude, this one's really good. Here, hold up.
And it's like you could have double D's and still be a guy.
That's the thing that I wonder as well, is how much of our need to have a physical transition is associated with how society views gender.
Careful. Whoa, careful. Oh, God. They are always just wondering. Oh, man. There is one more of these that I absolutely loved, which is this one.
Specifically, so many men have come out of the woodwork who want to wear women's clothing as like a kink, and I don't think they've ever met someone like me who's gonna like unpack that with them.
Yeah,
and,
we're
and
gonna
I
see
sit
what this
down and I'm
means.
like, I think there's a lot of deep-rooted transness that has been shoved down in that kink specifically.
You're their safe space.
So I'm like, why? Yeah,
Like-
why do you want that? My favorite is like understanding the psychology of kink, and I'm like, I don't know if you knew what you were signing up for on this date.
Dude, I don't think I've ever met anyone that interesting. Wait. So someone is like a guy who likes dressing up as a girl. This person's like, have you ever thought to unpack that? Do you think they're just like, oh my God, what the fuck? I never even, oh my God. I never even conceptualized it. I think that, you know what I think it is? And this might get me canceled, okay? Because it is maybe not a particularly popular opinion, maybe not a woke opinion, all right? It might offend some of you. I think that there is an innate podcaster gene. I think there's a gene that some people have in their body that causes them to think they are the most interesting sort of innovative idea guy of all time. Like, how are you on a podcast called Queer Collective and you're like, a lot of the time, you know, I don't think anyone's really thought about the implications of cross-dressing as a kink. It's like, what? Is this not like at least 5% of your job? It's just strange. I don't get it. They have You're Just 21. Yeah, I think that might be it. Oh my God. It's called Ego. Yeah, I mean that's the podcast gene. Ay. Anyway, all I have to say is you've earned a listener. Ooh, can we get the WotC crossover with these people? That would be awesome. I think they would go crazy on an episode of WotC. Next up. Can they unpack the gaycation? That's the thing is like, I think they would be like, I think we should unpack this from the perspective of someone who's into like bimbofication and like sissy hypno. Whereas we started from the perspective of that already being the case. We were like, okay, so all these people are, you know, they're into sissy hypno, right? Next up. You could respond to the unpack with, well, that's the thing about the gaycation. That's the beauty of the gaycation, actually. Right. Did Maximilian Dude just blame the Sony no physical disc situation on Trump? This one's good.
Games will be released on PlayStation Store and at retailers and digital formats only. I have choice things to say of how we got here, but I'm going to save it. Us being in this precarious position didn't just happen because things happen. This happened because people voted for very specific people. As consumer...
What the fuck do you mean things don't just happen randomly? There are consequences of the decisions that we make. You fucking freak. Okay, first up. He's 100% correct. Like, what you all have to understand is that a significant amount of companies right now are behaving very badly because they know that there's not going to be any litigation against them. Like this is just kind of a tough pill to swallow. Companies will all like, depending on the enforceability of a bunch of laws, they will just start breaking them, right? And I mean, to give a good example, one of the reasons allegedly that discussion about the TCG player union took so long is eBay was put in a better position if they knew the NLRB wouldn't act on complaints filed from the union. And there's just a lower percent. Like, I'm not saying this is their decision calculus, but certainly it's a factor. There is a lower percent that something will be actionable if the leader of like a workers org is like, we just side with businesses. And similarly, that's why you've seen so many of these insane mergers like bum rushed through, because they're like, antitrust is kind of at an all-time low when it comes to enforceability. So we'll fucking do it. Like, do it. Every single streaming service is the same streaming service. And one of those is, you don't have to provide a physical product anymore. What, are we going to sue? Like, are we going to slap a fine on them? No, you can do whatever you want, man. I don't know. But for gamers, everything happens in the world of games. And if Sony makes a bad decision, it's not because they want a higher profit margin and think that they can get away with allegedly illegal behavior. It's because Mr. Sony woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning and just decided to be mean for no reason. All right, next up. All right, this one whips ass. Shouts out to the Aussies who were in Arlington and decided they were going to go into Walmart. Okay, so everyone was really mad about this in the Walmart, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I know they're being annoying and disturbing, but like, if this happened, wouldn't you want to experience it? Wouldn't you want to be like, I can't believe this crazy shit is happening, right? This is funny as fuck. We're going to Walmart. And I mean, they've never seen the abundance available in America, the excess to which we are, able to produce. The closest thing they have is their Walmart only sells liquor. We don't have those yet, but yeah. Okay, so obviously they get in and they're being disruptive and they get kicked out, right? So they do a different chant on the way out. They start kicking him out. Here's the cops. They're booing. They're playing vuvuzelas. Getting deported. I'm glad they had a good time. Welcome to our fucking country. Holy shit. Again, like walking into a Walmart, being disruptive and getting kicked out. That's kind of the American dream. You sped run it. Oh man. Okay, next up. I found this at Goodwill for $45. My mom had a piece just like it, so I immediately had an emotional reaction to it. I got in the car and sat for a moment, intending to leave it behind, and I had such a horrible feeling in my chest I had to go back for it. Everyone walking out stopped to compliment me or talk to me about it. I'm so happy. What a wonderful day. Fuck, man. Look at this thing. Oh my God. Crazy good find. Really, really good find. And importantly, I also should say, probably the best feeling in the world is walking out of a Goodwill being complimented on your purchase. I know it sounds like, and everybody clapped, but this does happen at Goodwill. A couple of times I found something cool, bought it, and everyone I walk by is like, oh my God, that's a sick fucking find. Oh man, that is so nice. Nice. It is haunted, though. It is clearly haunted. All right, next up. Okay, this whips ass. Giant anteater Arnold here. The season for water bathing has arrived. Using its front claws to meticulously wash its body fur, changing directions, adjusting its posture, and thoroughly enjoying the water. This whips ass. I'm so happy to see this anteater having fun. He is kind of scratching his testicle a bit. Look at this. Oh. Imagine how fucking good this must feel. Oh, and I have the leg that can scratch the top of your head. Fuck! It's so hot out, too. Oh, that just feels crazy. Look how dirty the water is. He was so dirty. Oh. Oh, yeah. Fuck. Oh, to be a fat fucking chud of an anteater. I hope that I've been kind enough in this life that I can ascend to the next stage of reincarnation and come back as an anteater pampered in a zoo. He's got the posture. He does. They look so goofy. They look very, not to, anthropomorphize them, but they look very human in their, like, decision making. Like, that's a scratch that I would do. My worst decision ever was leaving behind an antique square personal table that could convert to a rectangular table. All it needed was love and varnish. They were willing to sell it for 10, still haunts me. I think everyone who consistently shops at Goodwill has the story of an item that they left that they're like, fuck, I should have picked it up. I know I do. I have several. Next up. Okay, let's talk about this. Marvel Rivals is an equal opportunity Gooner game. All right, this is not a mod. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so fuck me. Wow. A lot to say about this one. First up, why would you buy this swimsuit? Look at how fat his tits are, dude. Okay, so first up, why does the cock have jiggle physics? So people have pointed out that they nerfed his cock a little bit. Now, I don't think it's because it was too big. I think it was because it's clipping through emotes. Like, there are emotes that, like, just weren't designed with a cock this big in mind, and it was clipping through the chair. Like, they fixed it for that reason. But, oh my God. Maybe we have gone too far. Maybe we have gone. This is, wow. That's unbelievable. It's the ass for me, man. Oh my, look at this pose. You see his enormous supple cheeks and the bottom of his cock. Not even his balls, the bottom of his wiener. Holy shit. Fuck me. And he's titted the fuck up too. Oh my God. All right, next up. Watch this, it's crazy. Oh my God.
Bro, someone is getting paid to draw this, by the way. Why is he young, bro? Chat, stay focused, stay focused. We have the rubber ducky. Cute, cute. Why can you see it from the back? Let's see. He got, oh, the arm sleeve and the bracelet. The arm sleeve and the bracelet. And then we got a little cute little watch. Oh, we got this little, like, I guess, arm pocket thing.
Dude.
That's
Dude!
Why is he cheeked up,
There's
by
a
the way?
sparkle on it. Look at that fucking... It clips through the chair. Like, that's why they had to bring it down a little.
We can't keep getting away with this.
Look, it's got jiggle physics.
Stop. Why? I'm shook to the core, bruh. Oh.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Okay, next up. All right. 4chan has responded to an $800,000 fine from the UK's communications regulator with an AI hamster, telling the government to beat it. Cool, man. Dude, we are anonymous. We do not freaking forgive. We do not forget. Hashtag expect us. What is this, man? I mean... OPSEC level insane. 4chan was never good, but holy shit, 4chan is just Reddit, right? It's just totally... This isn't even like... This wouldn't do well on Reddit. It's like something that would go crazy on like a Facebook called like dank memes for twisted teens, you know? Fuck me, dude. Also, what do they mean 4chan responded? What does that mean? We are 4chan. We are watching. Expect us. Fuck the system. Yeah, dude. Good. Next up. This one is so fucking funny. Bird watching. Look how dumb this fucking bird is. All right, so the bird is stepping on a lily pad. It is too heavy for the lily pad, so it starts sinking. All right? So he's got to go to another lily pad. All right, too small. Starts sinking. He's too much of a fat fucking chud. So he lets it sink about 70% of the way. Then he goes, shit, I need to get up. He moves on, goes back to the first lily pad. Well, it's the same lily pad, so it's going to sink again. So now he goes back. We have found a third lily pad. That starts sinking. We get on this lily pad. Looks pretty stable, actually. Nope, he's just a little too heavy for it, and it starts sinking. All right, so he's going to this next, also sinking. Okay, we are back onto the second lily pad. Immediately starts sinking. Big surprise. Go back to the first lily pad. Obviously, that's going to sink, you dumbass. All right, we're back to the line of lily pads. We can't get on the second. We're going back to the first. All right, we're looking for a new lily pad here to stand on. We are back to the third lily pad. We're now on a fourth lily pad. Immediately starts sinking. He's too big for it. All right, we're going to go over here. Also nothing. Let's get back to the... Oh, let's just leave. Just kidding. We found a second patch of lily pads to try this fucking gambit on. All right, this first one is not heavy enough. He's too big for it, so he's going to move. We're going to the next one. Also too heavy. We're going to leave that one too. Let's fly over to the third one. This is like 5 lily pads stuck on top of each other. Still a little too heavy, so they start sinking. It's got to move on to this big one. Unfortunately, he's like stanced up. It still doesn't work. Starts sinking. Gets onto this one. Too big. Starts sinking. It's possible that a bird is just not meant to sit on a lily pad. Is that maybe the possible? Nope. We're walking. We're trying again. None of them are working. Yeah. Try these lily pads, maybe? Nothing. How about this one? Same problem. There is not a lily pad on this lake that will solve this problem for you. That one gave him the most time, I will say. He's out of there. Funny. All right, next up. Okay, this one fucking whips ass. All right, so I don't know if you all are familiar with Miraculous Ladybug. This is something I am not really familiar with. Apparently, it's a cartoon for teenagers. It's like a superhero cartoon for teenagers, right? So they found the creator of it, and they started asking like questions about it to the creator. Here we go. Hi, Mr. Thomas A. Struck. I have a question. How old are Marinette and Adrian now? Here's the quote tweet. They're who cares old. They're teenagers. Them being 14, 15, or 16 doesn't matter for the story. 14-year-olds and 16-year-olds are very different from each other. In real life, maybe, but in a cartoon, it's not real life. It wouldn't change anything. Absolutely nothing. We write stories that feature teenagers, period. There's more. Okay, what grade? The grade system isn't a realistic one. If they don't have a canonical age, then I can say they're between 10 and 36. Ages in cartoons. Baby, young children, teenagers, young adults, old people. Only the age range matters for the story. Numbers don't. They're random facts for fan trivia. Could you at least tell us when their birthdays are, please? They don't have any birthdays. Blood signs, astrological signs, fixed heights or weights, because we don't waste time establishing things that are irrelevant for stories. What difference does it make if a character is born the 20th or the 22nd, or is 1 meter 56 or 1 meter 54? Hey, so this is like super important for characters. Didn't know if you knew this or not. No, it isn't. If it was, you wouldn't be able to understand a James Bond movie, Star Wars, Avengers, or 99% of any story made by humans, which never mention this. Writers don't give a fuck establishing it because they're well aware this information is useless. It would make a difference in a well-written series. No, that's the difference between a professional's work, who knows how to focus on what's important, and an amateur who focuses on insignificant details that have no influence on the story. This person goes, Bro acting like it takes more than 3 seconds to come up with any of these answers. Okay. Marinette is born the 2nd of January. Adrian the 3rd. Alia the 4th. Nino the 5th. Chloe the 5th. Sabrina the 6th. Rose the 7th. Juleka and Luca the 8th. Mylene the 9th. Ivan the 10th. Alex the 11th. Max the 12th. Kim the 13th. They're all Capricorn. It's canon. Enjoy. I don't know. I didn't take time to think about it is shorter and kinder to say, but you can't claim we don't waste time on unnecessary things. When I say we don't waste time establishing such facts, I mean it. We don't establish such facts in advance, so all possibilities are open if one day we'll need to establish it. For example, if one day we need 2 characters to have birthdays on the same day, we can do it. Listen. You're genuinely so annoying and you've ruined the show for me multiple times. Grow a spine and a brain and please start caring about your fans, you weirdo. Listen, I'm a successful, passionate artist, a passionate storyteller. There are many works of art I love, but it's true. I'm not a fan in the sense that I'm not driven by a need to know tiny details. I'm interested in what the creators mean, how they view the world, how they craft their work, what emotions they give me, what questions they make pop into my mind. I don't care about details that don't fuel the story. Like most people, I don't need insignificant trivia facts that have more to do with character worship than character understanding. Fandom is not a part of my personal world. If you follow me because you expect me to provide you fuel for your fan drive, you're not at the right place. If you follow me because you're interested in my creation and want to have a glimpse into how it works backstage, you're at the right place. I'm happy to share with you how I work because this is something I would have liked to have access to when I was an aspiring creator. Most of the time, it will challenge your views because when you're not part of an industry, most of what you think you know is common misconception. That's how you progress and elevate yourself. Knowing that I can be helpful in your journey makes me happy. That's why I will never act like your average influencer who will say whatever to please you. I don't care if people aren't happy with my answers and get mad because I'm not a people pleaser. I care about those who are happy with them because they realize their worth. Those who get mad are not the people I want to interact with. Feel free to participate in fandoms, but realize that not everyone shares your particular mindset, and especially the creators. Sorry? Owned. Totally owned. 100% owned. Like, I'm sorry. It's right. It doesn't matter what their blood type is. It's correct. This mechanism for engaging with with stories is really irritating. It makes them absolutely worse. Oh, man. This is just how Hussey talked to fans without the slurs. You know, for all sad words of tongue and pen, the saddest are these. Hussey was right again. All right, next up. Chinese people just eat anything. What the heck is fa choi? It's the same fucking song. Fucking restaurant ass. Ba, 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 ba. Oh my god. I should call her. I mean, what else could it possibly be? Like, am I crazy? Is this just the first dessert made for bush lovers? Like, what is he pouring on it? Dude, what the fuck is... Like, what else could it be? Fuck, man, he's going in. I bet that tastes good as fuck, though. Oh, man. Okay, next up. Okay, we got to do vegan discourse again. Performative anti-AI environmentalists screaming, AI is using all our fresh water after they just ate a burger that used 2,000 liters of water. The response, well, AI isn't a necessity. The response, neither is meat. It says, whatever, dude. Are they wrong? Are they wrong? I mean, literally, like, sorry, are they wrong? Every single time we was like, oh, well, you know, I'm going to eat burger. I can't eat AI. It's like, you don't have to eat burger. Fuck off. Comparing food to AI, maybe this is the end of the world. I can't stand vegans. They're so insufferable. They think they're so woke. Yeah, dude, they are. They're beating your ass here. I'm sorry. This graph is just right. I'm sorry. If you want to whine about the water use of data centers, you kind of have to rankle with the fact that a quadrillion gallons of water are being spent on the torture complex. Like, what do you want? How much water does growing vegetables use? A lot. But, you know, there's no misery involved. A significant amount of vegetables grown are grown for food for cattle. The caloric conversion is totally fucked. You could save billions of liters of water a day if there was no beef industry. I just don't know, man. Fucking hell. Oh, man. Coping. Yeah. I mean, that's the problem, is they're 100% correct here. What do we do with the cattle overpopulation if we all went vegan, though? What do you mean? If everyone went vegan at once, yes, there would be one generation of cows that just die. What do you think's going on with cows now? You know, but one, not everyone is going vegan at once. Ideally, there would be a drawdown. IDK, make leather. This one was crazy. I really don't understand modern vegans being mad at meat consumption and not meat production. Do you think modern vegans aren't mad at meat production? It is crazy. Like, so much of the argument against this is, I've invented a response to it, and it's just wrong. They're just arguing against a vegan in their head that just doesn't exist. I saw one that was like, then why don't vegans support lab-grown meat? It's like, yeah, a lot of them do. Like, what are you talking about? Uh-oh. Look, you're allowed to say you like meat and you're okay being a little evil for it. People can't imagine doing that. I saw one today that I'm not going to post because I don't want the creator to get hate. And it was like an Asian guy doing a black scent about how white people want everyone to be vegan or something. And it's like, what are we doing here, man? We're just walking in circles. You know, white people being vegan. Never mind that America is the #1 burger nation in the history of time. That those white people be being vegan in India, you know, who do you think invented factory farming? Fuck me. In Bajuki land. What if I only ethically hunt my own meat? Then what, liberal? You don't? Oh, man. I only kill evil animals. That's what I'll say. Ugh, man. Next up. This is a really interesting one. Fun fact. All beetles I showed 9/11 to lived up to a triple of their average lifespan. I'm not too sure what to do with this information, but I felt the dire need to make it public. Does it work if you show it to them twice? Start gathering data. Yeah, start gather. If it's a sample size of 2, I'm not particularly interested, but start gathering data for sure. I only eat beetles who felt inspired after watching 9/11 for sure. Next up. Okay. We got to talk about the DSA. So last weekend, or 2 weekends ago now, we talked about it a little last weekend. The Democratic Socialists of America had a crazy weekend in terms of Democratic primaries. So we have, as friend of the channel Nux Taco would say, we have sown the wind and we will now reap the whirlwind. All right, it's not a great slogan. We're working on it. Here is a great slogan. This comes from a longtime black man here. This is the official DSA symbol. So hashtag vote blue no matter who doesn't apply to them. They've never considered themselves blue, ever. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Let's go. We agree. We agree. Has that yellow always been there? It's been Mandela affected in. To be fair, the use of red to represent socialism is older than the use of blue to represent Democrats. The latter came from the colors used to show the returns from the 2000 presidential election. In most countries, blue still represents conservative politics. The response: and what do you say when people say it shouldn't matter because of the much older meaning of the use of the swastika that predates how it was used by the Nazis? Well, if the DSA does the Holocaust, then I will disavow them. Yeah, I guess that is a pretty good point. It has inspired a lot of people to beat the fuck out of them, but one of them is DSA Watch. We talked a little about DSA Watch last time. It's an account that just popped up overnight with 160,000 followers. People figured out it's a reskinned like Eric Adams account, but they hosted they hosted a live where they read Zoran's mom's mention in the Epstein files. All right, so let's listen to them in this live, and I have to tell you right now, you can't laugh if it's a child. You're not allowed to laugh if it's a child.
All right. So, how is everyone doing on the eve of America's 250th birthday?
I'm doing great. You want to send me the co-hosting too?
Let's make sure no one's muted first. Oh.
I'm sorry. Well, I think we have finally figured out who runs the DSA Watch Twitter. It is SpongeBob SquarePants. You can hear the fucking retainer. Oh, man. I'll say, what the fuck? Oh, boy. All right, next up. I should call her. Why'd they put Kirby's pussy on display? That's kind of crazy. Is the Kirbussy? Yeah. No, this is what Kirby looks like after he eats me. Some serving cunt. That's stupid. It's stupid, dumb, very stupid. All right, next up. All right, we got to talk about this one. So if you're familiar with @PolishExcellence, this was like 2.5 years ago, one of those epic leftist posters. Has not posted for since a retweet in March of 2024, so a little over 2 years. Today they tweet again. Here we go. I'm only a Marxist online for internet points. I don't actually believe in equitable division of household labor. From each according to his ability, to each according to his needs, except for me because I'm the most specialist boy. I'm going to do nothing to contribute to the household and make my wife pick up the slack for 12 years. I was tired of feeling like a loser compared to my competent mommy, struck through, wife, so I had an emotional affair with an OnlyFans model 10 years younger than me that I played video games with while my wife worked overtime. Now I'm door dashing to pay rent by myself, but it's okay, my new girlfriend thinks I'm really cool. Anyways, I made this account with my wife's phone number. Oops. Every time someone's wife logs onto their account, it never goes well. It never goes well, man. Beast mode? Probably not. Joseph, why are you showing off your alt account? Fuck you, but also correct. Next up. It is time for us to start taking the war against China seriously, okay? So for a long time, America has had total superiority when it comes to the tactical Burger King deployment, the mechanism by which inside a war-torn area, we can deliver a Burger King to serve our troops. Unfortunately, China is now destroying us with the Tactical Stir-Fry Brigade, which delivers succulent Chinese meals. What is the crime? Under combat conditions via drone. Look at this fucking thing. I'm loving the music, by the way. They put it in the washing machine. I speak a little Chinese. What he's saying is deploy the stir fry. Jesus Christ. Dude, I'm sorry. If we go to land war with China and I see the drone up ahead, I am defecting. All right? If I see the stir-fry drone, I am defecting. I'm be like, I can't eat another fucking Whopper. I'm sorry. Fuck me. Shoot it down and take it for yourself. They're gonna be broadcasting it like in Vietnam when they were like, GI, your wife left you. She is cheating on you at home. You will die here alone, GI. They'll be doing that, except they'll be like, GI, you can really enjoy a delicious meal if you just defect. Aren't you sick of that long chicken ass sandwich that they sell at Burger King? GI, I'll defect. I'll do it. I'm gonna be like Principal Skinner. I subsisted off a thin soup with prawns, spices, and 4 types of rice. Driven myself to madness trying to find it in the States, but they just can't get the spices right. All right, next up. Dude. Okay, so this is one of those fucking articles by a parent whose kid is trans and they now, have cut them out of their lives or whatever. This is so good. Society insists endlessly that the word jalapeno is pronounced jalapeno, even though all spelling rules and conventions would say that it should be pronounced jalapeno. In much the same way, society insists that not only can my estranged son become a woman, but that he already is. This despite centuries of tradition and language demonstrating the opposite, that he is a man and a male and will always be a man and was once a boy. Just the same, jalapeno is pronounced jalapeno when speaking proper English. I mean, if you want to hitch your horse to my perspective demands both that sex is unchangeable and that you say jalapeno, it seems pretty defeatable, right? What do you want me to say? Oh, man. And I'll tell you this, when it comes to English, boy, do we never have any arbitrary pronunciations. English is all about fixed, unchangeable rules. Disco Elysium failed scale check. It's even in the same font. All right, next up. Powerful moments in bar chart technology. I see, yes. Well, 94 is bigger than 92, and you can imagine where a 93 would end up. Oh, man. PragerU chart. Oh, come on! All right, next up. Okay, banger-ass, baller-ass post from friend of the channel, Asmongold. He's going to be next week's WotC premium guest, by the way. This comes from Asmongold. He says, I want to live in a Christian country, which is kind of strange because Asmongold is not a Christian. Let's hear his reasoning.
Like, I want to live in a Christian country. That's right. Is this something, like, I don't want to mandate Christianity. I don't want to make people have to be Christian, but I want to have the laws and the culture and the predominant religion of the country be Christianity. Does that make sense? I would never force anybody into a religion, and I think people can enjoy other religions if they choose to, but I think these should be minority religions and not the overall religion. I just want you to see what my point of view is. Aren't you an atheist? I am an atheist, but I recognize that I enjoy the privileges of Christian culture that I grew up in and that I recognize, and I don't want my country to change away from the way it was whenever I grew up. And I want, people, the next generation, to grow up in the same way that I did.
It's just a lot of stuff going on here. First up, I don't think I would admit that last part out loud because the last thing you want is 1,000 Asmongold clones. But first and foremost, how cucked is the streamer mindset that your chosen ideology, atheism, can't ever be the majority? You're like, I want all of these secular ideologies to be minoritized forever, including myself, because I want to be subservient to Christianity. Like, what would you call that? Like a subservient mindset? A non-dominant affect? Like, what the fuck is your problem? Then why do you believe in atheism? Like, what are you talking about? Cuck mindset, your words, not mine. Second off, I love his shit-ass shirt. The shirt is so bad. It's like a shirt I would wear as a joke, and he could be wearing it as a joke. God knows that I do the same bit. The third is I love this cut here when he responds to chat, right?
Aren't you an atheist?
Pauses to pick his nose. Like, he goes all the way in. Like, he's like a good look. He's like almost up to the knuckle.
I am an atheist, but
and he just, that's a practiced motion, by the way. And finally, I guess I would say, like, it is just so frustrating to be like, I want to recognize and enjoy the privileges of the Christian culture I grew up in. It's like, if you needed more evidence that the dude exists in a permanent state of arrested development, here it is. Like, as someone who has the exact same, mental prison going on with respect to playing video games for a living, I can guarantee you that this guy's like, listen, I just want things to be the same way that they were when I was 5 years old, playing Battletoads on an NES. And I'll ascribe that to Christianity because ascribing it to anything else doesn't seem to be holding since things keep getting worse. I don't know. Really, really weird. I will say whoever put this together did a great job with the AI praying Asmongold on the right while he says in the clip, I'm an atheist. That's like awesome. Yeah. All right, next up. All right, we got to talk about Plattner. This happened as Freax started. It's crazy what they're trying to squeeze by Freax. So, a friend of the channel, Graham Plattner, is under fire once again. For those of you who don't know, he is the progressive senatorial candidate in Maine. And he's weird for a number of reasons. Firstly, you know how sometimes women do a VTuber voice where they sound like a based lolly? He's doing the male equivalent, which is sounding like a grizzled trucker. But he's clearly putting on a voice. Like, that's just not his real voice. Secondly, we've talked about him a number of times because despite the fact that he's been the flag bearer for progressives, he has an insanely funny past. He went to war like 4 or 5 times. Near the end, he was going under the banner of a bunch of mercenary organizations that were basically just shells for Blackwater. He had a Nazi tattoo, which was just like insanely funny. And a bunch of texts came out about a month ago that he was shitty to all of his ex-girlfriends. All right, well, new drama PogChamp, a month after saying there's nothing else coming out to the leaders who endorsed him, it turns out there was something coming out, and it is a woman that he dated claiming that he sexually assaulted her. And when I say claiming, I mean functionally just proving. This one works. They've got bits from the therapist the woman was talking with immediately after, her friends who she talked to immediately after, who corroborated her story. They've got texts where people are like, yeah, it's kind of known that this guy is sort of lax on the concept of consent. There's a progressive pack that focuses on fighting misogyny that corroborated it. Yeah, man, it's just over. Today he posted a thing that was like, hey guys, really sorry. We'll think about steps forward. The Democrats in Maine have called on him to step down. A bunch of his allies have called on him to step down. A bunch of the people who endorsed him have called on him to step down. But man, I just don't know. Total Blue Sky victory. I'm so sorry. Blue Sky was like frothing at the mouth over this guy for months, and I was like, this is totally hysterical. Like, this guy sucks, but there's no reason to spend this much time on it. My bad, man. Y'all were right. That was you had him spot on, dead to rights day one. Holy shit. So they're talking about what to do now. I think the Most realistic course of action. Look at this fucking thing. What's his deal? Should I not fix up my friend, assuming he's single? He can be charming and funny, and he's a decently intelligent person. He's not all bad, but I ended up in a bad situation with him, and I will just very politely call him consensually careless at times. The person goes, He goes, when drunk plus PTSD, he lies also. He says forces himself onto people. It's like, okay, cool. Yeah, not good. Very bad. I think the most expected outcome here is going to be the DSA also ran a candidate in this primary, and they'll probably say the fact that he was doing well despite the scandals is proof positive of an appetite for progressive policy in Maine. Let's just, push forward this candidate instead of him. So in order for that to happen, he'll have to step down by the 15th, and they'll have to elevate the other guy by, I think, the 23rd. But what a fucking nightmare. Turns out you probably shouldn't go into politics if you have a Nazi tattoo. There was one of these tweets that really resonated with me, which is like, if you have all these skeletons in your closet, why would you do this? Like, why would you hop onto the national stage and be like, boy, I sure hope nobody Googles me? Not good. This is on Troy Jackson's hands. Do not fucking reward him. Spence. The strength of the plans of the DSA are measured in centuries. Step 1, elevate the raping Nazi. Step 2, reveal that he is a raping Nazi. Step 3, ascend. It's the long game. I will say, what the fuck were his primary opponents doing? What was the opposition team doing? What were they finding on him? Nothing? Oh, man. DSA moment? No, I was surprised that for once, the DSA was not running the sex pest. All right. Last one here. Journalist who broke the story of Mitch McConnell's cardiac arrest says he's brain dead. So we should talk about this one. Mitch McConnell has been just missing for a month. He took a fall in his house. They rushed him to the hospital, and he's just been gone. So, I don't know. So this is the person who broke the story. Says, I've heard the same thing from my sources for days. At this point, I am at the hospital for when they eventually decide to cut him off of life support and move his body. So here's the problem. If Mitch McConnell dies now, they have to do a special election to replace him. But if Mitch McConnell dies in August, they don't. So, if they keep a brain-dead Mitch McConnell technically alive for an entire month, they can avoid an election. And I will tell you this. I think if you told Mitch McConnell, you will have to live in a state of unspeakable agony for an entire month while your brain ceases all functions in order to invoke this arbitrary rule that lets you extend power 0.001% for the next couple of years, he would say, do it. He would say, keep me alive as long as it takes. He would say, what a fitting end to my life. Ugh. Thus ends Freax.